Hello, my name is David Coy. I'm a member of the Board of Directors of the National Rifle Association of America. First of all, thank you for visiting this video. I want to talk a little bit about my candidacy for the Board of Directors. I was first elected to the board in the year 1998, and I've served continuously at the board level since that time. I'm standing for election. I am a candidate by nominating committee for another 3-year term ending in the year 2014. I want to go over a couple points, amplify a couple things in my 150-word biography. I want to tell you a little bit about some other things I believe firmly in with respect to the right to keep and bear the private arms of our choice. I need to get this down in about 10 minutes, and that's going to be a challenge because I'm a college professor and we tend to be rather long-winded from time to time. As such, some of my comments may seem superficial. I could talk for hours about the NRA and all of the wonderful things we're doing and what my beliefs are and why I hold them, but time's not going to permit that. So I invite you, if you would like, to contact me via email. My email address is shootingcpa, that's all one word, shooting CPA, @gmail.com. And that address will appear at the end of this video as well. My 150-word biography, it's always makes me a little uncomfortable to write that because it seems like I'm bragging, and I don't like to do that at all. That's not my way. But I'd like to talk a little bit about what I believe it represents and why it's important. I think it's important that all board members walk the talk. We need to demonstrate a level of commitment and service to the association that is significant. I would use the word significant and I would not use the word remarkable because the things I do are no different than the things all of you do as volunteers for the association. And it is the volunteers of the association that make things go for us. Without you, NRA would not be the great organization that it is today. I also want to particularly thank any veteran that might be viewing this video. You guys are my heroes. Regardless of where or when you've served in war or in peace, here stateside or overseas in harm's way, your sacrifices, your dedication, your heroism is what has made the United States of America great. I am in your debt. My entire family is in your debt. You are in our prayers, and we will always remember what you have done. Thank you. My biography indicates I'm a benefactor member. I have named the NRA in my will as a member of the Heritage Society. My wife has done likewise. My wife Emily, of almost 35 years now, is a life member. My son William, age 21, is a life member. My son Robert, is age 14, is also a life member. I work with our local Friends Committee as treasurer, take sponsorship positions. Again, this is nothing remarkable, but the membership needs to know that I've made a commitment, and it's modest. It's not a great commitment. The size of the commitment is relative to everyone's position in life. We are of very modest means. There are many of our members who are on fixed incomes and can find $10 or $15 to send to us. You folks are extremely important. You are the backbone of the organization. God bless you and thank you for doing that. It means a tremendous amount. Your contributions are truly heroic, and they are very much appreciated. Which leads me to the talent I really believe I bring to the board that is unique. And I'm a college professor, as I mentioned. I've got a lot of working world experience prior to that. And I'm an MBA, I'm a certified public accountant, and I'm a certified management accountant. And it's very important to me that everybody's contributions to NRA be safeguarded and that our money is used wisely. Mr. Heston God rest his soul, great man that he was, said it perhaps best. When he came on the board, he promised a Scotsman's stewardship over every penny of the association's money. I have tried to do that. I'm not pretending to fill his shoes, far from it, and nobody can. Great man, and least of all me. There is no comparison. But his words were true. I think that's very important. And I bring the expertise to my service, that expertise to my service on the Finance Committee and as chair of the Audit Committee to make sure your money is used wisely and that it is safeguarded. I also want you to know that we have a tremendously talented staff at the association in the Office of the Treasurer. We've got many professional accountants, CPAs, who are actually our employees. They do remarkable things in terms of managing our resources. Their stewardship over the money is magnificent. I want to say to staff, well done. Great job. Your efforts are appreciated. And the members need to know that. These guys are doing a fabulous job for us. I'm involved as an instructor. I'm involved with Boy Scouts. I'm a trap shooter. I'm a hunter. We've got 2 Brettonese, 2 bird dogs. That brings up another issue that's very important. Rights that are not exercised are rights that are denied. And we need places to shoot. We need places to hunt. We need to bring people into the shooting sports. And they need to be able to do so safely and without unnecessary regulation or harassment on the part of any governmental agencies. And these are all significant challenges that face NRA and things that we must address and that we are addressing. Access to public land. The antis are in control many bureaucratic positions right now in our current administration in Washington, D.C. And we've got to be forever vigilant that our lands do not get closed and access denied to these public resources that we should all use. We need places to shoot. We've got to make sure that those are provided for as well. I grew up in the time when you went up in northern Michigan. My aunt and uncle had a place at Hubbard Lake, and we'd go out to the dump. This was the high point of the trip. We'd go out to the dump with 22s and plink for 2 or 3 hours. You found the old beer cans, the beer bottles, the soup cans, all kinds of stuff to shoot out there. You had embankments around it because it was in an old gravel pit that they'd turned into a dump, and you had a ball. It was fun. The shooting sports need to be fun. We've got to make sure that we always have those opportunities. We've got to make sure that we can buy guns, and this means that we cannot allow the BATFE to run dealers out of business by ridiculous enforcement practices. Minor, somebody fails to dot an I or cross a T on an application, on a 4473, and they get gigged for it. That's stupid. We need to modernize commerce in arms. We have the National Instant Check System. I don't like it. It flies in the face of the fact that we are innocent until proven guilty. We shouldn't have to prove anything if we're out walking around. It's our birthright to own guns. It's our birthright to carry guns, so long as we do so safely and responsibly. But with that said, the fact that NICS exists should allow us to get rid of another section of the Gun Control Act of 1968. Since Volkmer McClure passed Firearms Owners Protection Act, we've been able to buy long guns from FFLs anywhere, not just in our own state of residence, provided we can own them lawfully where we live. We need to do the same thing for short guns, for handguns. The prohibition on handgun purchases across state lines ought to be eliminated if you're buying from an FFL. That's the next step in the progression, and we need to free up commerce in those types of arms. We also need to refute the stats, the lies that the BATFE is disseminating about firearms going to Mexico. They are blatantly distorting those statistics. They are grotesque lies of omission, and we are working to expose them, and we need to continue to do that, to make that effort. I fully expect, we'll have a fight. They want to prohibit, further restrict again the use of our sport utility rifles. And And we're going to have a big fight to keep magazines. I don't care what the capacity. I'm not going to play their game. I'm not going to talk about them in the terms that they do. This is a standard detachable box magazine of a capacity that is routinely issued to the military and the police. If they can have them, we can have them. Simple as that. End of discussion. Nobody is better than anybody else in the United States of America. Second Amendment guarantees a God-given right. We have a right to defense. We have a right to any implement that we can properly use for defense. And it is imperative to the preservation of our liberty. I think Hubert Humphrey said it best. This is his quotation from our former Vice President and United States Senator. And the fact that it is Hubert Humphrey that says this drives the antis nuts, and I really enjoy that. He stated, "The right of citizens to bear arms is just one more guarantee against arbitrary government, one more safeguard against the tyranny which now appears remote in America, but which historically has proved to be always possible." A straightforward statement. It means we've got the right to own guns, and the government cannot run roughshod over us. If they try, we've got the means to give them an argument if necessary. I pray that it never is. We don't want to go there. But our founding fathers were men of vision, of courage, and that's why the Second Amendment is there. I want to see expansion of carry of firearms. Concealed carry, the growth in concealed carry has been fabulous. I'm thrilled that on my Michigan concealed pistols permit, I can carry in, I believe, 38 or 39 other states. And I'm looking forward to Wisconsin becoming the next state. You folks have worked hard for it. You deserve it. I can't wait until you get it. Good luck. It's going to happen, and it will be great. I do carry concealed. Prefer the pocket pistol because it's generally always with me wherever I can lawfully carry it. So I do walk the talk in that regard. I want to see concealed carry expanded and grown. I want to see constitutional carry. Open or concealed, I could care less. Do it safely, do it responsibly. But in terms of promoting open carry, I think we've got to be smart about it. That's intimidating to people that don't own guns or that have no interest in our issue. It's going to take a long education process to get people used to it. We are making tremendous progress. I wish every place was like Arizona, where it's no big deal. We need to grow that. That pretty much concludes a lot of the things that are important to me. There's a lot more I could say. Concerned about the UN and the prospect of a UN treaty negating our Second Amendment rights. I think that's something that the Hildebeest is pushing for. Certainly Mr. Obama would sign it if such a treaty was presented. I think the Senate's scared to pass it at this point, but you never know. And these treaties can lay out there forever. If I may vent for just a moment, I think the United Nations is useless. I'd like to see them evicted from our shores. I'm tired of, as a U.S. taxpayer, paying the majority of their bill. Some of these other economies can step up and pay for it. We should not have to bear the burden. We can evict them from our shores as far as I'm concerned. And when that building is vacant, let's paint a bullseye on it and call up the U.S. Navy and let them use it for gunnery practice, fitting into that structure as far as I'm concerned. That's about it. I could say a lot more, as you can probably tell. I do invite you to email me again. My email address appears at the end of this video. Thank you for attention, and God bless us, everyone.